Hi, my name is Lexi Jong and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about a brand that is new to me called RITUEL de FILLE. And this is a brand that creates handcrafted cosmetic items. Most of them are multi-use and they use natural ingredients. Try to use as few ingredients as possible. They use raw materials that also come from companies that are 100% cruelty-free. When you see me looking down, it's to refer to my notes, make sure I don't have anything incorrect. They are Leaping Bunny certified cruelty-free, and they also never outsource any animal testing or anything like that. So their products are entirely natural and handcrafted without parabens, phthalates, synthetic dyes, or synthetic fragrances, and they don't use any fillers in their products. So a lot of their products are multi-use, and they are pretty much they're pigments. So let's go ahead and go through the items that I purchased. Okay, so on the website, they have this section called Moondrop, which is for their latest releases. And when I placed my order, the newest releases were these Color Nectar Pigment Balms, which are new. And they will officially launch on July 31st, but they made some, a select quantity available for purchase ahead of time for this Moondrop. 100% of profits from this collection went to Black Lives Matter, the ACLU Foundation, and the LGBTQ Freedom Fund. So now everything is sold out, but the products will return July 31st for regular purchase. Now, what these products are, they come in this little bag. I had to cut this open, but there is technically a little tear spot. And it is like a Ziploc seal. It's like the foil-lined bags with a little Ziploc up here to close that. The ingredients are here on the back. These products are made in the US. The company is located in California. So this product retails for, I think, $24. And it is 0.11 ounces or 3.2 grams. What they come in this little plastic compact with a mirror on one side, and this is one of the products. So these are a jelly balm. This shade here is called Glasswing, and you can see these are going to be a very sheer product. So here it is. It's a very sheer berry. So it says that these pigment balms are for every part of the face. They are vibrant, moisturizing, blendable, and easy to apply, and they are meant to be translucent. I did not wear these on my eyes, but I did wear them on my lips and on my cheeks, and I like them a lot for those particular uses. Actually, I love these little nectar balms. They're really nice, and the texture, it's a jelly thing and it's not sticky. So, it's like moist. You can feel that it's like a cream product or whatever, but it's a really nice product and it's not sticky. So they shear out very, very easily. So you can kind of see. And I think this is a beautiful shade. So I purchased two of these. The other one that I purchased is what I currently have on. You can actually see it on my lips right now. This is called Bee Sting. And this is more of I think they called it like a petal pink online. But anyway, it's a warm, soft pink. So you can see that there. It's very pretty. Okay, so another product that I purchased from them are these Inner Glow cream pigments. So they come in this box. They're made in the US as well. And this is considered the big sister to the Nectar balms. And this, this product is awesome. This is what I had heard the most about in regards to this brand. So I was very eager to try this. The net weight for this is 0.13 ounces or 3.8 grams. So it is a bit bigger. So here is the Nectar Balm and here is the Inner Glow Cream Pigment. So these retail for $29. Again, the compact is the same as the Nectar Balm. It's black plastic. You've got the RITUEL de FILLE logo, got a mirror. The only difference is this is a little bigger. So this one here is kind of like a mauvey nude tone shade. So it's light, and these are not sheer. So this is more of like a traditional cream blush. And again, this is a multi-use product as well, so you can use this anywhere. I only use this one on my cheeks because this is just not the type of color I would like on my lips. And I did purchase a few of their eye products, so I have not worn any of these 3 items on my eyes. All right, and another product that I purchased from them, also in the same kind of case, this is the Rare Light Cream Luminizer, and I purchased the shade Ice Bow, which is their best seller. So this is a cream highlight. It is very smooth and creamy, and I really like this shade. It's a little hard to see there. Let me put a little bit more on. So this shade here is Ice Bow, and this is, I believe, their best seller shade for the luminizer. And you can see that, you know, it looks pretty natural on my skin for a highlight. And it's described as having a silvery look on deeper skin tones, and then on lighter skin tones, you see like a little bit of shell pink. So on me, it looks kind of like a luminescent ivory, and I do have a little glimpse of pink at times. So I think it's a really nice highlight, and I really like to use this not only as a traditional highlight, but also mixed into the Nectar Balms on my lips. So it gives kind of a frosty appearance, but not like old school frost. So you can see some of that like celestial sparkle in there. So I really like this. This also retails for $29 and is the same size as the Desire Cream Pigment. So the other items that I purchased are some of the eye soots, which are what they call their eyeshadows. So these come packaged in a more square box like this. They are 0.13 ounces or 3.8 grams. Again, they're made in the US, and they have different lines of these soots. So this is one of the celestial eye soots called Lyra. And you can see here that it's, you know, kind of a sparkly white. So I think it's a little hard to get your finger in these holes. This, by the way, is like an acrylic container, and but it is a cream product, and I think this one is pretty smooth. So it's got a creamy texture to it. It's a little bit creamier feeling than, it's like a softer cream than the color pigments for your cheeks, the luminizer and the blush. But you can see that this one here is going to be kind of a sparkly shade, and this particular shade is supposed to capture the iridescence and sparkle that you get, you know, from the constellations. So let's see here. It says it's scintillating starlight. So I really like this shade. Actually, I really like both of the colors I got, and this is a really nice smooth cream. The other shade that I purchased is from the Ash and Ember Eye Soot collection. And this one is a little bit different. So you can see it's chunkier, it's a bit drier. So this here is the Eye Soot in Cultist, and it is a drier formula. After you kind of spread it out, it feels a bit more powdery, but it's definitely not, you know, anything like a traditional powder. It is a chunkier formula. And again, since it is hard to get these out of the little pots, I've used my fingers and I've used brushes. But just take a look at this color. It's kind of like, it's called gray, but it's like a taupe-based gray. And there's actually, you know, if you look closely at the product, you can see like a hint of blue in the pot, which doesn't really translate too much on here, but it does kind of add a little coolness to it. So I love these two shades. I have some clips showing you guys, you know, all of these products during application, what they look like on my skin. So I'll show these now, and then I'll come back and talk to you guys about my thoughts. Okay, so right now I have on my foundation. I didn't set anything with powder. I also have the Anastasia Beverly Hills primer on my eyes. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the Sonia Classic Cheek Brush with this cheek shade in Desire. This is the Inner Glow Cream Pigment. So I'm just gonna swirl this in there and brush this on. I lost the hair. Okay, I like the color. I just can't tell if that's actually moving the foundation at all. Kind of looks like it is. So try tapping this on instead. All right, so there is the shade Desire. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little bit more color. This is the new color Nectar Pigment Balm in Glasswing. And I'm gonna use my fingers here. I'm just gonna add a little bit here, and then I'm gonna add some to my lips. Just switching fingers every time I put it in to keep the compact clean. A little punch. Next, I have the Rare Light Cream Luminizer. This is the Highlight in Ice Bow. And I'm just gonna use a finger for this and apply this here. And I purchased this shade because it is, I believe, their best seller. Their #1 shade. Actually, let's just add a little bit to lips too. Okay, so again, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills primer on. I'm gonna go in with the Eye Soot in Lyra. And this is the Rephr 02 brush. I'm gonna take this all the way up to the brow, and you can see that it really shears out. So also dabbing some in the inner corner. Wiping off the brush, I'm going in with the shade Cultist. I'm gonna take the Rephr 03 brush and just kind of go under the eyes with this. And I twirled it in there. You can see it kind of came up a little chunky. Just knock some of that off. Just gonna line the upper eyes too, see if it makes it any more intense, even though that's what I used. Okay, so that's it. One thing to note, I did get a little bit of fallout. This is from using the pencil brush when I had it gloppy, but when I was using the eyeshadow brush, #2, and I did get some fallout from Cultist down here on my desk. So it didn't fall on my face, but it did kind of crumble a little bit. So it's kind of a different kind of texture. Okay, so it has been about an hour since I applied everything, And I just wanted to show you guys, even with the Anastasia Beverly Hills primer, it is already creasing on the eyes. So you can see basically anywhere I have an eye wrinkle, I am getting bunching of product. Everything else is wearing beautifully. Love the Bee Balm, love the whatever the blush is called, the pigment. So the Inner Glow Cream Pigment, the highlight is great, but these eye soots, they are creasing. Okay, so after my last check-in, I took my fingers and I kind of smudged out all of the creases and kind of blended the eye soot with my fingers. And they creased again, not as badly. There wasn't as much product, so it wasn't as obvious, but they definitely still creased. So I just used one of these little bamboo rounds and I wiped everything off of my eyes and just reapplied them as lightly as possible using the Sonia G Worker Pro brush. So I put on a super light layer just now, and we will see how these work. I did also just add a little bit more of this Bee Balm in Glasswing to my cheeks, so you can see they're a little bit deeper. And again, more of it to my lips with the Illuminizer in, what is that shade? Ice Bow. So really loving those products, just trying to figure out how to get these eye soots to work because I love the colors. Okay, so today I used the Clay to Peau Cream to Powder Foundation, and I did set that with a Coconut loose powder, and then I sprayed that with just some Evian facial spray, it's just water, and let that dry. So we're gonna go ahead and apply the Inner Glow Cream Pigment in Desire, and I'm going to try using the Rephr 18 brush and see whether it shifts any of the foundation before, because when I used it yesterday, I felt like I did shift some of the foundation I was using, but I think it was because I hadn't kind of let it kind of set at all. So I'm hoping that the powder will make a difference, or perhaps even longevity would, but I just want to kind of test this. So. Okay, so this is the Inner Cream Pigment in Desire, and using the brush did not shift any of the foundation below. So it's this shade here. I think it is very pretty. And what they consider the little sister are these I keep calling them Bee Balms, but they're Nectar Balms. They're Color Nectar Pigment Balms. So this shade here is Bee Sting. And I'm just gonna take the other side of the brush that I didn't use, and I'm gonna get a little bit of this up and just put a little bit of it kind of more like higher up a little bit. So it's overlapping a bit, but also on its own a bit. So these are supposed to be more sheer and have more of a jelly texture. All right, I'm also going to use my finger here to apply this on my lips. And I just make sure to use a different finger every time I tap it in to keep it sanitary. All right, so moving on, we're gonna take this highlight. This is in the shade Ice Bow. And I'm just gonna get a little bit on my fingers and tap this on. Just using a clean finger to kind of spread it a little bit more. So I'm gonna add a little bit under the eyebrows here. And now we're moving on to the Ashen Amber Eye Soot in Cultist. I'm just gonna get some on my finger and apply it with my finger. I'm taking the Refer 12 brush, and this is the Celestial Sphere in Lyra. And I'm just gonna get a little bit on here. I'm gonna tap this on the inner corner, kind of work my way up and down a little bit with that. And then I'm going to kind of take this up to right above the crease, kind of blend this out. You know what, I'm actually going to get a little bit more on here and kind of dab this in the center. Let's just go all over. Now I'm going back into Cultist with the Sonia G Smudger 1, and I'm going to just, see, you can see it's like chunky, it's kind of kicking up a bit, it's kind of weird. All right, so I'm gonna line the upper and lower lashes with this shade. Okay, so that is it for these. I'm gonna finish up eyebrows and stuff, and then I'll be back. Okay, so let's go ahead and discuss the products. Now, these Nectar Balms that I purchased, and Glasswing and Bee Sting, I love these. Again, they retail for $24. Those are these first two up here. We've got Glasswing and then Bee Sting. And, you know, they are kind of like a sheer translucent jelly type product. They're not sticky. You definitely feel like, you know, I guess kind of like a gel type texture when you apply it, but it does pretty much dry down. It doesn't set 100%, you know, so you could still have some transfer on it. It's not 100% setting. But I love these, and, you know, without touching my face or anything, they really did last all day where I put them. So really like those. And, you know, I like them on the cheeks and on the lips. I particularly really like Glasswing. If I had to pick just one color between these two that I purchased, Glasswing would be my choice. It looks beautiful on the lips. I like both shades overall right now. I have Bee Sting on my lips and up here on my cheeks. But Glasswing is just, you know, that one's just my favorite for these. Wearing the two of these mixed though, the Bee Balm and the Glasswing, is a beautiful mixture on the cheeks as well. I really like that. The Cream Pigment in Desire. This again is the non-translucent version of a cream blush. These retail for $29. They have a wide variety of colors. These feel more like a cream blush, you know, for application. They're not quite the same texture as the jelly ones, which feel a little bit more of a gel-like texture, whereas this feels more like a traditional cream product, kind of like the Fenty Cheeks Out cream blushes that just came out. And again, these ones are going to be more of a solid color. They blend out very, very well. I really like them. This particular shade, you know, is pretty, you know, kind of like a neutral shade that I think would be great all year. The fourth item here is the Rare Light Cream Luminizer in Ice Bow. And I really like this highlight that's here. You know, you can dab it on so that it's sheer, but this is something that can get very blingy. And I think the formula on this is the same as the Desire. They seem the same in texture and in longevity. They, you know, all of these products lasted all day on my cheeks, but I have to say that I think the Desire and the Ice Bow, they set just a little bit better than the Nectar Balms, but I love all of them. I would definitely repurchase these 4 items and would purchase more of these in additional colors. So those 4 items I absolutely love. Okay, now on to the eye soots. So I think the packaging of these is really cute. You know, they look, I guess they remind me of, you know, like an old apothecary type thing. And on their website, they talk a lot about like magic and celestial things. So this kind of goes with the theme. And I think it's, you know, a creative way to be different. However, I think it is hard to get the product out. Right now, while my product is full, not so bad, but I can imagine trying to dig down deeper in here and, you know, just it kind of being a pain, maybe not getting it necessarily where you want it on a brush or not being able to fit your fingers in there. So I don't really care for the packaging that much. Now, the two of these, this is the Celestial Sphere and this is the Ashen Ember. The Celestial Sphere is a very creamy product. It does stay a little bit tacky. The Ashen Ember, you can see, is drier. It's a bit crumbly. And if you watched the clips, you saw that, you know, I did have some fallout, and because it's kind of crumbly, this is not just like a little powder fleck, they're actually like crumbly pieces. So you can see that when I put it on my brush in general. I really, really love both of these colors, and I really wanted to get these to work. When I first apply the eye soots, I think they look absolutely gorgeous. But you can see, I mean, I've had this on for 20 minutes while I've been filming, and you can see that it is already creasing. I have tried everything. I have tried different primers. I've tried powdering the eyelids. I've tried using fingers versus brushes. I've tried using thin layers, thick layers, you know, and I constantly get creasing. So I want to read to you guys what it says on their website about this, because I don't know why I'm having so much creasing. And if somebody else has used this product and did not experience creasing, I would love to hear what you did. All right, so what it says about the Ashen Ember Eye Soot, it says it's a magical concoction of intense, smoldering, everlasting color with a rich texture between powder and cream. This unique product is made with pure pigments and oils. It does not contain any waxes, so it will never melt with the warmth of your skin, making Ashen Ember Eye Soots highly resistant to creasing and fading. And I get creasing almost immediately. So I don't know what to do differently, but I have tried probably about 7 or 8 different application methods with this now and combinations of things, and I haven't been able to get it to not crease. Actually, I haven't even extended the amount of time before experiencing creasing. So obviously, you know, if you apply less product, you see less creasing, but you're also not really getting that color impact. So, you know, I tested to see whether it was the Celestial Sphere or the Ashen Ember that was creasing, and they are both creasing on me. So it doesn't seem to be, you know, the difference between these two formulas. They just both crease immediately, and primers did not help. Powdering below or powdering on top did not help. So I don't know, like I really want these to work because I love the colors and I love how shimmery they look on my eyes. You know, I think the finish of them is gorgeous, but you know, it's just not worth it. There are so many products out there to try and so many pretty colors that it's not worth me trying to figure out a way to get these to work. However, if somebody has used these and already knows how to get these to work without creasing, I would love to hear it. I did read through their reviews on the website to kind of see if anybody else had this issue. And some people did say that it is this particular shade Cultist that is creasing, and some of the other shades that they have do not crease, and they have never experienced creasing until trying this color. So it's possible that it's this color. However, the Celestial Sphere, you know, I have creasing with this one as well. So I don't know if any of the other Ashen Ember Soots though are better about not creasing. I'm not going to give them another try. These retail for $38. So for something that is obviously not working for me, I don't feel the need to spend another $38 to see if I can find a shade that does not crease. So that's basically where I am with those. Okay, so in summation, if I were placing another order, I would definitely purchase any of these multi-use products for cheeks, eyes, and lips. So I would definitely try more of these cream luminizers, the cream inner glow cream pigments, or these Nectar Balms. So I really liked all 4 of the colors that I purchased. And there are definitely a lot more shades that I would be interested in. So one of the things I like about these is the texture to them. You know, you can feel them when you touch them, but it's not like tacky, not sticky. I didn't have any issue with like my hair sticking in or anything. So you can see now even like my hair doesn't stick to it. On the skin, it just kind of, you don't really feel it. I mean, I am using sheer layers, but you don't really, it feels like your skin's nicely moisturized, but you don't feel product sitting on there. And that's one of the things that I like about it. It doesn't feel greasy at all. And I didn't have any problems with the color shifting or moving throughout the day. So those I really like. Using the Nectar Balms as a lip product, I really, really like that. I like the colors. I like the texture on my lips. And you know, even just putting on a layer and then putting on some plain like lip balm or something, beautiful. Mixing it with the highlight is beautiful. I really like these. So that sums up everything for this video, and I hope this was helpful. And again, if you have tried any of the products from Rituel de Fille, I would love to hear your experience and what you like or what you don't like about the brand or specific products. And thank you so much for joining me. So if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. So stay safe and healthy, and I will see you soon. Thanks. Have a great day.